All right, so that took us into the Judgment Day, which consisted of Finn Balor and Damian Priest with Rhea Ripley on the outside, facing up against Dominik and Rey Mysterio in a no disqualification tag match.
Now, this was interesting because I thought if Dominik was ever going to turn on his old man, it'd have to be this one.
Oh, I did
because it didn't happen on SmackDown on Saturday, our time. And obviously that didn't happen. We all knew Edge would come out. I don't think there was any secret there, and it was being tweeted everywhere that he was seen backstage, as was The Undertaker. So there was some rumblings as, we're going to see something from The Undertaker, but I guess that's just because that's his home state. But Edge was seen there. But there was a no disqualification match. Yeah, I suppose coming in, will Dominik finally turn on his pappy? Yeah, will Judgment Day end the Mysterios? Yeah, will Edge actually come out? Will he interfere? And I think it was an interesting match. What did you think, Anthony?
I've not really paid much attention. I haven't sat and watched Raw for a while. I didn't really understand why the Mysterios and the Judgment Day were feuding.
Okay.
But again,
it was the Judgment Day were trying to get Dominik to join them because their whole thing is about being told what to do, and they're saying, well, Ray's been telling you what to do all the time. You know, has he really trained you properly? Has he done? So they were trying to cause, and it looked like there might be a bit of a swerve where Dominik might actually turn on his father, and sort of start something there. But clearly they've gone off that subject or off that particular train of thought.
The problem with that is if you turn Dominik heel, he's not good on the mic.
No. Well, he's not good at anything.
Well, you can say that too. I was just trying to be a bit nice, but anyway.
No, call it as it is. Look, Logan Paul, Pat McAfee, and Bad Bunny 2 miles in front of Dominik in wrestling ability.
Yep.
And this is a kid who's grown up his whole life. Like his whole life has been around the business, and he's very, very average.
That he is. And the thing is, though, we've on countless times on this podcast have questioned, will he turn on Rey? Won't he turn on Rey? Will he? Won't he? Obviously, it may happen.
I don't think it will now. If it was going to happen, I think it would have happened tonight. What's that?
But I thought too. But then again, the thing with this match was it was destined for Edge to return.
Oh, absolutely. No question.
Once they announced there's no disqualification.
Yeah.
That's easy pickings at that point. And as I said, Finn Balor and Damian Priest works well.
Mm-hmm.
I would have liked a bit more of, and I would have liked, and I don't know if we're doing this, but I would have liked Ripley to be more involved.
I don't think she could. I'm not sure how clear she is. Apparently she's been suffering some sort of small brain injury.
Yeah.
Bleeding on the brain or something. So I think they were, just sort of keeping her in a bit of cotton wool. I mean, what she did was not going to do any harm to anything.
Yeah. Not continue, her going hard at it, but her, pulling the Mysterios from the apron, as they go for attacks.
Yeah.
All those little bits and pieces, that it still establishes to her that she's still there. But as I said, the Judgment Day, I think it's hard to tell because it's being an Edge creation. The Judgment Day, it's more. Does it work better with Balor up front, or does it work better with Edge up front?
Well, the reason the change was made was. Now, I'm just going to remember, was it Edge who wanted it to go one way and they didn't, or they wanted it to go one way and Edge didn't? So they took him out of the picture.
They wanted it to go a supernatural
and he didn't.
Way.
Yeah. I knew it was one or the other. I couldn't quite remember.
Which I kind of agree with Edge on that. That would have been stupid. But as I said, this match was fine for what it was. It wasn't. I did like that for a no disqualification match. It wasn't heavy reliance on any furniture. It was more just they just going at it, and that.
It was a bit old fashioned in terms of they isolated Dominic in one half, their half of the ring, and sort of worked on them a bit like an old fashioned tag match.
Yeah.
Until sort of Ray got in, and then they introduced the steel chair a bit. That double 619. Oh, I don't know about that. That looks sloppy to me, but anyway. And then Ray gets the pin. Look, I think you probably see Ray coming towards the end now. He's had his 20-year celebration, first father and son tag team champs in WWE. The kid's not going to really go anywhere. I think once Ray finishes, the kid's finished.
Yeah, I can see that too.
So, I don't know. Mick, you're a bit more the forensic one.
Yeah, look, Dominik Mysterio will not hold his job, I think, very long. I think I think Vince's idea of having the father and son Mysterios and that, I think now Vince is gone. I think that's the only protection that he had. I think he's going to be gone pretty soon. I reckon you're probably right about Ray. If Dom goes, Ray will go. I don't know what size contracts they've got, but I think that'll happen. Or they'll send him to NXT or something like that.
I was just going to say, maybe they send him back down.
Match itself was okay. I don't like Edge. So when Edge came out, I lost complete interest in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, gave it 3 out of 10.
Oh, shit. I went 5.5.
Once Edge come out and self-serving, and like I said, I don't get the whole Edge thing. Never have, never will.
Okay.
I do see good things in Judgment Day as a group. Okay. I think they need a spokesperson. I think they need someone who can talk. At the moment, you've got 3 mutes trying to run a group. Mm-hmm. I think they need someone who can talk. They need a sinister minister. I would be, if it was me and I was booking and the opportunity was to grab the sinister minister from the NWA, I'd grab him and put him in that group.
James Mitchell?
Yes.
Well, yeah, he's still around. And
he's still relevant too. He's still working NWA.
Yes.
So I'd be the first person.
We're actually Facebook friends.
Yeah, I'd be saying to him, bring him across, pay him, bring him in. He's now the spokesperson for these people. It's right down his alley. I agree with Anthony about the supernatural shit, but just being generally evil, an evil individual, sinister minister is great for that. And he would work well with that group, and they need someone because you got one guy that sounds like everything he's saying is pre-recorded. I don't think that Ripley's that great on the mic. She's not a speaker on the mic, right? And the other guy sounds like a freaking Irish jockey. So, it's true. Where's me Lucky Charms? Right? So, in all honesty, I think they lack, that group lacks a spokesperson. And you would say, Heenan, but Heenan's, Heyman's he's busy with what he does.
Yeah, no, he can't.
But if you brought in someone like the Sinister Minister, James Mitchell, he'd be a perfect fit for that.
Yes, he would.
And that would be a great heel group that would do things out of spite to change things, and not so much. It wouldn't be where Heyman and the whole bloodline are glory.
Yes,
looking for glory, looking for gold, looking for that kind of thing. These guys will be looking for just creating chaos and mayhem and pushing their beliefs on people, which would fit right down that. So if I was booking, I'd be definitely talk to James Mitchell. Definitely. That's what that group needs. Mysterio, send him to NXT. Just send him to NXT. And then when their contracts are over, go back to AAA. See you later.
Yeah, he's unfortunately, I don't think he's gone.
He's not going to get it.
Nah,
he's not going to get it.
When you consider his whole life has been bought up.
It's another David Flair.
Yeah.
There's another David Flair. No offense to David Flair, but David Flair never got it.
Nah.
There's an old saying: you can only rub a turd so much, will always be a turd.
Yes.
And unfortunately, I don't want to say that's nasty. But you're holding up a spot for a very, very good person because this guy's got the name Mysterio.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Look, you got to earn your spots like in any team.
They've given him a reasonable opportunity to do it.
What's he had, about 2 years? Or
Yeah, they've given him a go, and he's been trained by guys like Lance Storm and people like that produce champions. And he's been at the freaking World Performance Center, so they can't fix it now. I don't think much, to be honest, between you and me, I don't think much of the Performance Center. Anything I've seen come out of the Performance Center, they moves are good, but they got no psychology.
no.
What I like about McAfee, and I was just jump one match ahead of this one quickly, but what I like about McAfee is he put a ring up in his backyard or in a shed or a barn or something somewhere and brought Rick Rogers in, right? And got him to train him. And when you got somebody like that doing it, well, that's a gun. That's a guy that wants to learn, and he's learning psychology as well as the physical stuff. I don't think the Performance Center does anything on psychology. It's just give me a triple Lindy and we'll talk about it. Yeah. Anyway, so that's my feeling on that match.
All right.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Well, I didn't mind this match. I didn't, because if memory serves me correctly, and Pete, you've watched the past week's Raw. This match already happened, didn't it?
It happened on SmackDown last week.
Right. So it really didn't need to happen again.
No, that's what I was saying, I think, in our last chat. I said, I don't understand when we were previewing a bit. I didn't understand why we were having this match when there were people like AJ Styles not working on the card.
Exactly.
And you've got a match that's on that was just on a couple of days ago. Now, if it was done to reintroduce Edge or whatever, it's a hell of a way to put a whole match on a pay-per-view just to introduce a guy back in.
Yeah.
A guy that doesn't really, in Edge, he's not really pushing the needle.
Well, I mean, he seems to go over a bit. I mean, the crowd sort of... I mean, the entrance was good how he came up, the flaming stairs rose from the ground. And the
old Brood setup. Yeah,
the vision was very, very good.
But that's all he's got.
But that's, you're right. There wasn't...